and communities, livelihoods, and neighborhoods. Americans needed vehicles worthy of who they are and what they can do. So, we built them a truck.
Everyone says they want to change the world. But not everyone will. We are not everyone.
Master of
the Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Harry K. Ford, your go-to dealer for transparency and the lowest prices. From sales to service, we pride ourselves on transparency and low prices. It's who we are every day. Family, friends, and Fords, in that order.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
The sun is up and you are ready to put in a good day's work. Then this happens. Easy now. You're in luck because this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering...
Thursday evening, everybody, a night of high school volleyball coming your way from Sioux Falls. And it should be a good one tonight. The second-ranked Sioux Falls Washington Warriors coming in at 5-0 on the season, taking on the number 4 ranked in Class AA Pierre Governors. Pierre off to a 7-0 start. Looking forward to it. Good to have you with us. And Heather Williams running the show back in studio with Trinity Williams there as well. And we welcome Caleb Brozick, who will be doing the live streaming for Live Ticket as we work together and bring you a pretty good video on this one, which we expect to be a very good matchup. Governor Volleyball here in your official voice of the Governors. River 92.7 live streaming at drgnews.com. Governors coming in off of a 2-for-2 weekend. They beat Sturgis on Friday night, Spearfish Saturday afternoon, both in straight sets. And, of course, off to a 7-0 start. That's the first time they've been 7-0 since that undefeated season, which went all the way up until the state championship match. That was back in 2007. Just a lot of fun. The girls playing together, and really you're seeing it when they're on the volleyball court. But even though they have played some good teams so far this season, tonight I think they're clearly their biggest test of the season to date as they take on a Sioux Falls Washington team that is 5-0. 4 of those matches have been in straight sets, including Monday night over at the Yankton Gazelles. Yankton is a team that's playing better this year that we're seeing so far. They also straight-setted a Mitchell team that the Governors went 5 sets with when they were last on the road 9 nights ago in Mitchell. So, again, looking forward to it. I think it'll be a big test to see exactly where the Governors are as they face up against number 2, Sioux Falls Washington tonight, and then their next match being against number 3, Sioux Falls Lincoln, who has just 1 loss on the season. That happens to be to this Washington club that was in 5 sets way back in their second match of the season. So certainly looking forward to it. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll get into a pregame show that is brought to you by the Becky Pottsova State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. Throughout the pregame, we'll take a look at the state of volleyball in Class AA throughout South Dakota, see the updated standings and the power rankings, the schedules of games that have happened so far this week, and the matches that are going on tonight and through the rest of the weekend as well. Of course, conversations with coaches and keys to success, starting lineups, game officials, and more, all coming up in our Becky Pottsova State Farm pregame show. Good volleyball coming your way tonight with Pierre at Sioux Falls, Washington here on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, live streaming at drgnews.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Oakland, the voice of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7. You know, the men and women at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office know a great team when they see one. Long hours, hard work, determination. The Govs have it, and we're proud to support them. If you want to know more about our 361 team and how you can be a part of it, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff's tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office says, Go Govs!
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. And that's why the team at Potsdam State Farm Insurance are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way they're here to help life go right. Call Potsdam State Farm Insurance at 224-4173 today.
Back at Sioux Falls, Washington High, as the Governors get ready to tangle with the Warriors here. High school volleyball in River 92.7. Once again, hearing from the Becky Potsdam State Farm Insurance Agency. We welcome you to the Becky Potsdam State Farm pregame show. Brian Oakland alongside, and at the beginning of that break, you heard from the Hughes County Sheriff's Department as they sponsor Where We Sit, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department broadcast booth. Thanks to them for giving us, proverbially, a place to sit and broadcast high school volleyball from. As you watch this one on drgnews.com with the live video stream, you'll see that we are on the corner of the court, a little bit elevated up into the bleachers. Good place to sit and watch and call what we expect to be, hopefully, a great volleyball match coming up tonight between two unbeaten teams here already a few weeks into the season. The Hughes County Sheriff's Department broadcast booth. Let's take a look at what's going on in the state of volleyball in Class AA in South Dakota. When we started up last week or on Friday night, the Governors were at the time 5-0, and they happened to be the number one power-ranked team in the South Dakota High School Activities Association website standings. We knew that wouldn't last, but even as the Governors went 2-0 over the weekend, O'Gorman and Washington, who were both 4-0 at the time, have picked up quality wins, and they are back in front of the Governors. O'Gorman is number one, 5-0 with a 46.4 power average. Sioux Falls, Washington here tonight is 5-0 as well at 45.8. Then the Governors now 7-0, about a 44.857 power average is what they're looking at. The team they'll see on Saturday is the fourth-ranked power-rated team right now, but third-ranked in the media poll. Sioux Falls Lincoln at 8-1 as their power average a little bit lower in the 44s. And then it's Sioux Falls Roosevelt in the 5 seed. They're 6-4. Harrisburg 7-3. Brandon Valley and Mitchell are tied for 7th and 8th places at 5-4. Those are the 8 teams that would get home games if the Sodak 16 were to start tonight. Obviously, we've got a long way to go, but it's fun to speculate sometimes. The bottom 8 would be Aberdeen Central, who is 5-2, Rapid City Stevens and Watertown 6-5 and 5-5. Watertown playing better since the Governors beat them to start the season. You're looking at Huron at 4-4, Yankton 4-8. Now Brookings at a lot of matches for the Gazelles in a couple of tournaments in Nebraska so far this season. Brookings at 3-6, then Rapid City Central and Spearfish are 15-16. Sioux Falls Jefferson, oddly enough, 0-4 so far, just off to a bit of a slow start. Douglas and Sturgis round out the 18th and 19th teams of Class AA. So if the postseason were to begin tonight, number 3 seed Pierre would be hosting number 14 Brookings. But of course, as we say, we're going all the way through the rest of September, through October, and into November before the regular season comes to an end. Here's what's happened so far this week in Class AA volleyball. Sioux Falls, Washington did collect a 3-game sweep. They defeated Yankton 25-23, 25-15, 25-15. That was on Monday night. And then on Tuesday, AA action saw Brandon Valley defeat Brookings in straight sets. Yankton got a 3-2 win over Huron, 15-10 in the 5th. O'Gorman also, the top seed right now and top-ranked, straight-setted Watertown 3-0. Harrisburg defeated one of the top teams in Class A, Dakota Valley, but that was in straight sets as well. Out west, Rapid City Central and Douglas played a tight 1-5 sets, 15-7. Though Central won the 5th set. Spearfish defeated Lee Deadwood in the Black Hills Conference 3-1 on Tuesday. So that brings us to Thursday night. There are 5 matches featuring AA teams, including the Governors here at Sioux Falls, Washington. Meanwhile, their travel partner, so to speak, Aberdeen Central, also playing across town or to the south of here. That is at Sioux Falls Lincoln. Aberdeen Central in town here in the big town as well. Harrisburg goes up to Huron for Tigers versus Tigers. Watertown playing in the Metro at Brandon Valley. Out west, one match, Sturgis hosting Hill City in the Black Hills Conference. Matches coming up tomorrow. You'll see Rapid City Central and Stevens traveling across the state for the second week in a row. Last week they were at Watertown and Brookings. This week they come to Sioux Falls to play Roosevelt and Jefferson. It'll be Stevens at Roosevelt, Central at Jefferson tomorrow. They'll flip-flop venues on Saturday. And then on Saturday also, the Governors, of course, will host Sioux Falls Lincoln in a match at Riggs High Gym that starts at 2:30. We'll have the call on that one starting at 2 o'clock with the pregame as well. The live stream will be available, of course, as well. In Sioux Falls, Washington, their next match goes to Aberdeen Central. O'Gorman will host Brookings on Saturday, and then Mitchell and Douglas. Mitchell heads out west to Spearfish, and they'll play a triangular. They'll play a match against Douglas and a match against Spearfish in Spearfish, that on Saturday. The Governors, after Saturday, will be off for 10 days. They won't play until September 28th when they go out to Rapid City Christian on a Tuesday night to play one of the top teams in Class A right now. Christian is undefeated so far, so should be a good one there, but that won't be until Tuesday night, September 28th. So the Governors have Washington tonight, Lincoln at home on Saturday, and then off for 10 days before they prepare for Rapid City Christian. Into next week, a couple of matches that'll be played will include Harrisburg here at Sioux Falls, Washington in 5 nights. Huron will go up to Aberdeen in the ESD. Yankton plays at Sioux Falls Lincoln. Brookings will play at Mitchell. And then also O'Gorman to Sioux Falls Jefferson. Brandon Valley will host Sioux Falls Roosevelt, among other games that'll go on next Tuesday once that league once that season gets going again into another week of high school volleyball. So that's where we are right now in the state of volleyball in Class AA for the Pierre Governor girls, for Sioux Falls, Washington, for everybody else in the 19-team Class AA, the state of volleyball. Let's take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll take a look and talk to the coaches tonight. We'll hear from assistant coach Lindsay Irvine, who is running the show for Washington a little bit later on, but our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success begin with a chat with Tiffany Stoster, the head coach of the 7-0 Pierre Governors, when we return for Keys to Success. That's in 2 minutes. You're listening to the Pierre Governor pregame high school volleyball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, live streaming at drgnews.com.
Beck Motor Company is celebrating 52 years and would like to say thank you to our loyal friends and customers. Specials in every department. Buy 3, get 1 free on tires. Take $15 off a light detail. Hand wash, only $20. And we have the largest selection of used trucks, along with sweet deals for Chevy Truck Month going on. Call us at 224-5912. Visit us online at beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Well, here we go. Keys to Success.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Hey DQ fans, is there any better way to bring people together this season than delicious Blizzard treats from DQ? With the new Fall Blizzard Treat menu, there's a little something for everybody and a lot of fall flavor in every treat, with flavors like new pecan pie, returning pumpkin pie, Reese's Pieces cookie dough, sea salt toffee fudge, Oreo mocha fudge, Choco Dip strawberry, and Royal Ultimate Choco brownie. This may be the greatest Fall Blizzard Treat lineup ever. Only way to find out is to try it for yourself today at DQ. Happy tastes good.
There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Gums Live is where you can find Pierre Governors Sports Online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help make sure that it's all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governors Sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governors Sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
Well, here we go. Keys to success. Tiffany Soser, the head coach of the Governor girls, and 7-0, a 2-0 weekend against Sturgis and Spearfish. A couple of matches that I think the job was to go out and take care of business and, not get complacent. I think for the most part you saw that, and now you've come in with obviously a lot of confidence here in the biggest test of the season so far.
Yeah, I think we're confident. Anytime you can go in, we're a third of the way, a little over a third of the way through the season, and have a good start. We're rolling along, but we know what the next couple of weeks looks like for us. And we've talked a lot about, we know we're a good team and what it's going to take to be a great team and what it's going to take to play these top-level teams that feel that they can take on anyone. And so we've worked a lot on our mental game, dissected their videos, their last few matches, got some plans of our own for tonight. But the big thing is our mental game. We've got to come in here confident, believe that we can face anybody and play as hard as we can.
You've played some good teams so far. Let's not forget the fact that you've played some great matches against some pretty good teams that could be state tournament bound later on in the season. But again, it's just the upper echelon that you're dealing with now. Number 2, Sioux Falls, Washington tonight. Lincoln is number 3. You get them in 2 days, and you got teams like O'Gorman and others, Harrisburg and Yankton, even later on down the line.
Yeah, we've played some really good teams, and after each one, after Mitchell, I remember walking away saying I'm glad we don't play them again on our regular schedule because they are tough, and we had to work really hard to get past them. I think in our favor, we've probably scouted this team more than we've scouted anybody else, and we definitely have a game plan going into it. So if we can execute that, I think we can get through this game and be proud of the way we've played.
The one thing about Sioux Falls, Washington that everybody knows is that they are big at the net. They're long, they're very athletic, and they're very, it's quite imposing. I think the first thing is mentally get past that, and then you can settle into your game.
Yeah. Fortunately, they're not as tall as they have been the last couple of years, 6'4" and 6'5", but they're bigger than us. Every team seems to be a little bit bigger than us. We feel that if we can get past their block, that we can beat their back row defense. And so we're going to stay aggressive at the net all night long, not send over a lot of roll shots, not send over a lot of tip balls. We're just going to stay aggressive and try to stay in system as much as possible.
And that kind of means just nothing too cute at the net. You saying that, I'm expecting a lot of high sets as long as you're getting good passes to the setters and just get the timing down and keep on swinging.
Yeah, I'm confident in our hitters. I think, we've got as good of outsides as just about anybody. And so I know that Washington's got, Walker's a great outside, and they go out that way, out that direction most of the time. And so it's going to be a battle of the outsides, but I'm confident in our middle hitters. I'm confident in our right side. So it's just going to be whoever executes tonight.
You mentioned Walker, and we're talking Ellie Walker. She's one of these players that has these attack serves that you don't see very often, and she just got it so finely tuned. And key to success tonight also is going to be returning serve, especially when she's behind the service line.
Yep, they are a strong serving team, and they serve deep, and they serve right at that end line. And so those are hard. Those are hard to back up defensively, and you got to as quick as you can determine if they're in or out and try and make a play on a hard hit ball. So we have equipment we call the gun at work or at the gym, and we've been firing balls this week, and we can set it to some top spin. So we had some serve receive work against that, and we know it's coming, and so we'll see how ready we are.
Well, that's good. I think if you can get that going in practice too, because let's face it, tonight's going to be a much faster game than the last 2 matches you played.
Yep, going to be much more upbeat, much more. We're going to have to block transition. We're going to be tired. We've talked about that. We've talked about where we need breaks, who we can get in to give people breaks, and they're going to be tired too. I'm expecting a battle of, who can last the longest, and I think it can be us if we push as hard as we can.
And I guess I haven't studied their schedule much. I think they're 5-0, but maybe they haven't played a team that's playing as well as Pierre is right now.
They had a good 5-set match with Lincoln.
Sure.
They went with Lincoln and then went 5 sets, and I think they won 15-13. So they're as even as it gets. We've seen Lincoln, in some summer play, and they're definitely a great team. And so I think Washington's offense is stronger than their defense, personally, and so we've worked a lot on our defense this week, found some open areas. I think, like I said, if we just stay in system and stick to the defense we worked on, that'll be what it takes to win tonight.
Coach, looking forward to it. Let's do some good things tonight, all right?
We will. Thanks.
There's Tiffany Stoster, the head coach of the Governors, and coach's comments. Keys to Success are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierce. We'll step aside, hear from them, and then we'll turn the page and talk with Lindsay Irvine, the acting head coach of the Washington Warriors. Coming up as Keys to Success continue here in our Pierre Governor pregame.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marceau of Central Dakota Eye Care. Yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in detecting eye conditions before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 to schedule an appointment. New patients always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in today's game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
More keys to success, and the home head coach or pinch hitting for Kelly Schroeder tonight is Lindsay Irvine, the junior varsity coach. Coach, Sioux Falls, Washington just has kind of risen to the upper echelon over the years, and you're off to a good 5-0 start so far. I think things are going on as normal, even though you've lost a lot of talent from a year ago, but it's kind of nice to see, just knowing that you're not rebuilding, you're retooling here, and you're still going strong here on a 5-0 start.
Yes, absolutely. We've been lucky we just have a lot of talent to back up when we lose people. So it's been nice for the last couple of years.
Yeah, you've had 4 of those matches have been 3-game sweeps. You had Yankton here a few nights ago, and I think teams are finding out that maybe at times they can compete with teams like Washington, but you still find a way to win each set every time it's close, it seems.
Yeah, that's something we work on a lot in practice. We make it difficult for our varsity team to win when they practice against the JV team. So I think that's definitely a skill that we work on, that knowing that even if we're down, it's not over until it's over.
Getting pushed in practice leads to good things in the varsity court. And I understand you're kind of doing this without Gwen and Tonda, who's injured so far. I guess that was news to me, but you still have certainly other people who step in and fill the void.
Absolutely. Kira has stepped in, Thorstensen has stepped in and done a great job. And we've been firing all cylinders lately. So
the one match with Sioux Falls Lincoln was early, and that was a 5-setter. But really, what are you seeing that's really working well for this team, and what are the things that you'd still like to see more improvement with?
I think we're a team that we've talked about. We do well when we do the basics. So when we serve aggressively and pass well, everything else just kind of seems to flow better for us. We're still working on, we always want to speed up our offense. That's something that we've always been pushing. So we'll continue to work on that as the season goes on.
All right. Talk about this Pierre team that's coming in, and they're kind of in, I don't know, you might call it uncharted territory for the group that they've got, and they're off to a great start. I think they're going to get their first big test tonight. How are you guys approaching this one?
Yeah, we've been preparing. They're a very athletic team that seems to mesh well. They've got some big hitters that we've been preparing for. So I think it should be a good match.
Okay.
Excited.
What adjustments do you have to make when you play a team that's playing as well as they are, that you haven't maybe seen in the last couple of weeks?
Yes, I think for us, we sometimes struggle with starting off strong, so that's something we've been really stressing the last couple of days coming out. We want to win our first mini game to 5, and that's a huge thing for us because that really just builds our confidence and gets our momentum going every single time. So that's something we focus on.
All right. Do you have any other keys to success tonight?
I don't think so. We're going to serve and pass, and hopefully it goes well.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And our thanks once again to Assistant Head Coach Lindsay Irvine of the Washington Warriors, pinch hitting once again for Kelly Schroeder, who actually dealing with some health issues with his little boy. So we certainly hope for the best for the Schroeder family here. As we move on, high school volleyball a few short minutes away. Keys to Success brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. 2 minutes, and we're back with the starting lineups as our pregame continues. Starting lineups from Envirotech are next. This is Governor Volleyball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you looked at your retirement accounts lately and wondered, what are my expenses? Why do I have these holdings? At Renke Gray Wealth Management, our team of advisors will provide an in-depth look at your portfolio and open the doors to these questions. There's no better time than now to review your financial future. Call me, Scott and I, or visit renkegray.com and let's get on track today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You have a lot of expenses to juggle as a business owner. Worrying about health insurance for your employees shouldn't be one. Avera Health Plans could save your business up to 30% on health insurance costs without compromising your employees' benefits. You get access to a large network of providers and specialists, as well as 24/7 virtual provider visits with Avera Now. Now that's a deal. We make getting a quote and switching employer plans easy. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
The September clearance event is on at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. Fresh inventory is arriving daily to meet the demand. This is your chance to drive away with low payments and with cold hard cash in your hand. Upgrade. Get a new ride, lower your payment. Win cash, flat screen TVs, much more. And the grand prize, 2 new vehicles are up to $100,000 cash. The September clearance event on now. Only at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre.
Back at Sioux Falls at Washington High, it's Warriors against the Governors tonight, and our Potsdam State Farm pregame show continues with the starting lineup. Starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's meet the Warriors, who are 5-0, off to a great start once again, and number 2 ranked according to the media pollsters here this week. Macy Malchow is a sophomore setter at 5'9", setting things up for hitters, and a lot of talent in among them. Sophomore at 5'11", on the outside will be Carly Beckstrand. Kyra Thorstensen is a right side specialist, but also listed in the middle at 5'10", and a junior. Jocelyn Richardson is another 5'10" junior, outside specialist. Shelby Kinzer spends a lot of time in the middle at just 5'8". She is a senior. Maybe one to watch tonight is the 5'10" senior Ellie Walker, the outside hitter as well for Washington, with Malchow the setter, Beckstrand, Thorstensen, Richardson, Walker, and Kinzer among others hitting from the outside. The libero to start with is Jaden Shetnan, the 5'9" senior back row specialist. They'll bring in some defense from Taryn Heibolt among others at 5'5". She is a senior in that back row as well. For Sioux Falls, Washington, 5-0. Normally head coached by Kelly Schroeder, but tonight's job, that falls on the JV coach, Lindsay Irvine, and assisted by others here as well. The starting lineups are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we'll give you the Governor starters when we return with more in our Pierre Governor pregame.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com and use their mobile app Waste Connect, or check their website, or even get a robocall for collection schedule changes due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Shop Lynn's Dakota Mart for the freshest produce, highest quality meats, and delicious bakery items. Shopping Lynn's Dakota Mart is easier because of the spacious aisles. Everything is easy to find. Lynn's Dakota Mart has recently updated their store and takes pride in providing you a clean shopping environment. Lynn's Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy offers free delivery and mail out too. Thrifty, local, convenient. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Well, the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
This Governor's Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Michael Tweet was one of the most versatile athletes that ever wore a Pierre Governor uniform. On the football field, Tweet earned All-State honors 3 consecutive years, but the basketball court was Tweet's love. A 2-time first-team All-State selection, he also was a finalist for the Mr. Basketball Award his senior year. And don't forget, he was a 2-time state high jump champion as well. Michael Tweet, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor's Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com and use their mobile app Waste Connect or check their website or even get a robocall for collection schedule changes due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington. We continue with starting lineups. We took a longer break because they began with the national anthem here at Washington High. Now they're ready for starting lineups on the floor. Once again, Washington with names like Malchow, Beckstrand, Thorstensen, Richardson, Walker, and Kinzer in the starting rotation. Shetland, the libero. Not Sidney Shetland, the 6'5 standout who now plays, graduated last year, now plays at Louisville. But it's Jaden Shetland, who's just 5'9", but a very good libero in the back row. Very smart back row player for Sioux Falls, Washington. For the Governors, the Envirotech starters begin with the setters, Lily Sanchez, the 5'9" junior. Also, Elise Christofferson, the sophomore, who's been playing well in that 6'2 setup as well. Remington Price, a defensive specialist, but an outside hitter, been playing outstanding of late. Reese Terwilliger, the outside hitter, and the sophomore, McKenna Schleckaway, with a couple of good matches over the weekend, starting to pick things up in the middle for the Governors. She is the junior, and of course, a lot of things are going through. Avery Kaiser of late, your reigning Pierre Area Coaches Association Athlete of the Week, due in large part to the superhuman effort she put up in that match at Mitchell a week ago with 28 kills. And Avery going to have to definitely play big tonight, the 5'11 junior on the outside for the Governors. Price, Terwilliger, Schleckaway, Sanchez, Christofferson, and Kaiser the starting rotation. Jenna Bush will come in for Christofferson when that spot rotates up front. Addison Cumbo is the senior libero as well, and she'll look forward to playing a big match tonight also. For the Governors, 7-0 on the season, 4th ranked in Class AA. Head coach Tiffany Stoser, assistant coaches Alexis Terwilliger, Brianna Kusler, and Chloe Kaiser. Those are your Envirotech starting lineups from Envirotech in Pierre. Quick check of the law on the court tonight. Our game officials that are brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Manning the net are Scott Wagner and Julie Ortman. And in the corners, line judges are Nancy Keppen and Mike Blagan. That is our law on the court tonight tonight from the Attorney General's office. Let's hear from them, and then we'll serve it up as you listen to high school volleyball coming up. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Don't become an online shopping victim. Scammers are using email and text messages as a way to obtain account information. Subject lines range from delivery problems to express delivery notification. Scammers often use well-known names such as Amazon, Walmart, and Costco to name a few. If you get an unexpected message, don't click on any of the links. Go to the company directly to find answers. If you have questions about this or other scams, contact the South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986.
Comtech has your technology solution. Check out their showroom in Pierre, located conveniently behind Walmart, and see what you have been missing. There's a large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. They wish the Pierre Governors best of luck at Comtech. Come see what you have been missing.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington, and we are underway. Welcome aboard Governor Girls Volleyball here on River 92.7, the official voice of the Governors, and Comtech sponsors our opening serve. Put in play by the Governors, couple of trips off back and forth, but the Governors with a final put away. Unfortunately, they're in the net as the one in the middle, I think that was Schleckaway perhaps, might have gotten a little too close. So Washington will take the first point, but the Governors will come right back as Kaiser swings from the outside. Well defended by the Warriors. Now Christofferson tries for a dig. Good run down and hustle by Remy Price, and a free ball out. Governors hitting from left to right. Washington coming back right to left, and they get the good back set from the right side. And this is Carly Beckstrand, who will get the first kill of the night. First two to Washington. Washington hitting from right to left. We're a little further away from their side of the court. Here's a hard serve coming right at Avery Kaiser. Makes her duck out of the way, and that is Macy Malchow. So Washington coming out very aggressively here, at least in points 2 and 3, after the Governors thought they had that first point won. But they were into the net. Now a lob going the wrong way, or the other way we should say. Up and over, and Schleckaway is a little bit long. So the first 4 to Washington. Lindsay Irvine said they like to win that first mini game to 5. That means they're starting well. Here's Cumbo with a good serve, return pass up to Christofferson. Then Kaiser trying to hit one low into the block, and a little too low and into the net. So already 5-0 Washington. I think they won that first mini game, no doubt about that. Washington at times has been a bit of a slow starting team. I'll give you a case in point in just a little bit, as there's Kaiser with the kill. This one dug by Ellie Walker back into the net, though. Warriors couldn't get a play out. Now the Governors have their first point as Avery Kaiser gets the stop. Monday night, Washington played against Yankton, and the first game went 25-23 in a game that probably Washington would be expected to handle. But it was a difficult one. Now a right side straight down the line attack for Jocelyn Richardson, and that will score. So a one and done here for Pierre on their first serve from Addie Cumbo. Warriors serve again. Christofferson in the back. Here's Kaiser pulling the string, and the lob tip over the top of the double block. Avery will score her second. That's a good one and done for the Governors defensively. And facing up the serve. Now 2 serving 6. Here is Lily Sanchez rotating. Jenna Bush off the bench. She'll come in for Elise Christofferson for some size up front. Middle tap out by Richardson and the Warriors. Governors will send it out to Kaiser again. Nice lunging dig, though, to keep it off the floor. Here's Jenna Bush with her first swing. That one's blocked right back to the Govs by Walker. Now Kaiser again, and that one touched on the Washington side. 16-3 teaming up. Thorstensen and Beckstrand. I think Carly Beckstrand was the one who got most of that touch, so a one and done for the Governors again. They trail 7-2. Here's Jaden Shetnan. She's wearing black, and she'll serve low and into the net. The running jumper never got high enough. Washington otherwise in home white with the orange numbers. Black trim, black trunks. Governors in road black on black. Kaiser's turn to serve. She's in the back row for the first time, and a serve return miscue. Little miscommunication up front for Washington. Shelby Kinzer tried to put it away, but Macy Malchow did not put that where Kinzer needed it, so a miscue for the Warriors. That's the first service point for the Governors, and almost got another one here, but Washington runs it down and is able to free ball the serve back as Remy Price will swing from the left side. Remy gets up high. That went through the Beckstrand block and down over on the scorer's table, far side from where we're at. And Price's first point. Now the Governors have run off 3 in a row. 5 serving 7. It was 2-7. Here comes Beckstrand on the outside, and they've got the angles. Washington does. They seem to be finding the spots in the middle back for the on the Governor's side as Beckstrand scores her second kill. So a good run there for the Governors, trying to get a little early momentum back in their favor. As Taryn Heibolt, a 5'5 senior, checks in for Beckstrand, who rotates out. Cumbo gets a good pass up. Sanchez with that tap, but nothing doing. Here's Ellie Walker, her first attack of the night. Now a tap at the net by Reese Terwilliger. Got it over to the Washington side. Here's an attack that comes barely over to the Pierce side, returned right away, and then Washington swings away again. Governors defend Walker also this time, but here's Price out on the far side, left side. That one she had to adjust on. The pass a little bit wide for Remy Price, and this one stays and rattles the antenna, in fact. So Washington back with a couple, and they lead 9-5. As Heibolt serves again. Cumbo with another good pass on the return of serve. Here's a swing. Reese Terwilliger. Shetman makes a lunging dive, but now Walker out on the near side swings and hits one too long. It's a great play by Jaden Shetman with that dig on the other side, but Terwilliger set it up with a hot shot. And the Governors get the point on the second hitting error for Washington. Here is Terwilliger left to right, serving just over the net. Good aggressive line drive with feet on the floor. Kinzer taps one away, and now into the net go the Warriors. So good defense setting this one up. Good presence by McKenna Schleckaway. Jenna Bush. I think I'm going to give McKenna the block on that one. 9-7, Washington, and here's a touch, or this one. Yes, it was touched before going out of bounds. Taryn Heibolt pulled away from it a little too quickly. That's an ace for Reese Terwilliger. Governors with some new jerseys have changed some numbers, and I haven't changed that in my spreadsheet that I make for stat sheets yet. But now we've got a whistle and a double hit. A miscue on the return of serve by Washington now, so the Governors are right here. Back even at 9-9. It was 7-2 Warriors, but the Governors have gone on a 7-2 run of their own. Terwilliger will go deep this time, but a set return from Shetman. Now Walker near side. That is good. Ellie Walker scores her first point, and she will rotate. And if you are watching this match on drgnews.com, watch the serve. Ellie Walker is it's almost like beach volleyball. Ellie Walker throws that ball up. She gets these attack serves. Cumbo unable to play her first crack at one. That's an ace for Walker, the 5'10 senior. She's been doing this for 3 years now. Here's another hot shot right over the net. The Govs return over to the Warriors. They'll set one up outside. Good shot. There's Cumbo with a lunging one-handed dig. Pierre can set up to Price outside, but Shetman has the dig up top. Now in the middle, and the swat away. Good for Shelby Kinzer, who will score her first of the night. So Pierre had 4 in a row, but now 3 back to Washington, who leads 12-9. Fourth serve coming here, or third rather, for Ellie Walker, and this one is just long. Sometimes that's the give and take. Throw that ball up so high in the air, and if you just don't get it just right, you might end up long. Personally, I was a little surprised. I thought that one might have been maybe on the back half of the end line. The Governors may have gotten a break. They'll take it. 10 serving 12. Pierre hanging right with this number 2 ranked team in South Dakota, but not on this point. Bump set, spike, boom, Jocelyn Richardson. 5'10 junior on the outside. She's a hard hitter. Here again, going one and done. It's 13-10 Warriors. Talked a little bit in the pregame that Washington is playing without Jakalenga Mwenentanda, who a very well-rounded athlete. Volleyball, basketball, also on the track. Has been out due to injury, but right now Richardson will get her second in a row, and the Warriors will take a 14-10 lead. Timeout called by the Governors and Tiffany Stoser. So far, not too bad, but the Governors have to try to keep pace. We'll take a timeout with them. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
% discount on all battery chargers. Nothing gets done with your equipment just sitting around. 8% discount on all battery chargers this week at Grossenberg Implement, with 8 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Sundance, Wyoming. Or check the Grossenberg customer calendar for details.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
The Fieldhouse
and DRGnews.com as the Govs come out returning a Washington serve, and they set up a hot shot from Addison Cumbo, the libero, in the back row, and that one didn't miss by much, but just a little bit long on the back end line. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Heather Williams, Trinity Williams back in studio. Shelby Kinzer will give one back. Third service error called against the Warriors. We've got a 15-11 ball game. Washington on top. Set number 1 as we play to 25. You got to win by 2. Price gets one deep, but Washington, even though they had a little indecision, able to make a play, and then they attack from the back row. Now Cumbo will time one up, hit it away. Warriors get a return, but another left side swinging kill here for Jocelyn Richardson. Richardson really in a groove right now here on the near side. Washington rotates. They get Ellie Walker back in up front. They lead 16-11. Here's a good pass on the serve from Kaiser, but the set pass too close. And Washington, it looked like, was there for the tap. They blew the whistle, and I thought they actually might have committed their own net violation, but it's Pierre called for the miscue. This one's starting to open up just a little bit. 17-11 now. Washington in front. Here's a swing for McKenna. Schleck away, and 3 hits will be enough. Pushed away by Shetnan. Nice dig there to start it, but now Washington with another block of Sanchez. They get another swat away from Richardson. She got it back, but could only tap it. The Governors were there. Kaiser now pushes to the back row. Shetnan up to Malchow, and another one. This one goes long. And the line judges, actually one of them said wide, and then he changed his mind, but the one on the near side, Nancy Keppen, said that was in all along. So another one there. Actually didn't see who got that, but here's a return of serve that goes long all the way back. So a good idea of the aggressive serving of Macy Malchow. And Washington again opening things up here. 19 serving 11. Cumbo plays this one up to Christofferson. Kaiser can only push it away with the left hand. Washington with a chance to set up into system. Good block by Schleck away. Cumbo with a push pass up to Price, and she finds a spot on the far sideline out of the reach of Shetnan. Remington Price will swing and score. That's only 4 kills for the Governors here in game number 1, and they've got a bit of a hill to climb now. 12 serving 19 as Cumbo comes up to serve. Thorstensen in the middle, denied. Now Terwilliger also denied. Washington has it with an opportunity outside Richardson. Dug back. Christofferson sent Shetnan running. Hustle play, keeps it in play. Now a big shot, but a bigger dig for Elise Christofferson. Kaiser takes a shot. Walker digs. Now at the net, and it'll be a Pierre point on a double hit called on the set. So a miscue there hitting-wise, but a great point that Pierre desperately, I don't want to say desperately needed, but They could certainly use it as they try to come back into this one. Within 6, 13, 19. Cumbo with a good serve with some top spin across. There's a shot for Richardson. Governors get a good defend. Kaiser hasn't been able to get a lot of good swings so far. Washington does. Now Pierre defensively is in the net with a violation. That's Terwilliger. Now 7 errors for the Govs here in game number 1. That puts the Warriors to 20. 20-13. Jocelyn Richardson's turn to serve, and she'll lob it back to the net, and Price kept it off the floor, but there was no second touch coming out of the net, and Richardson will get the ace. That is the third ace for Washington. Up by 8 now, 21-13 with 4 to go. Another good serve for Richardson. Christofferson makes a good play on it, palmed away by Kaiser. Kinzert to Malchow, outside. Kaiser keeps a good block alive. And now a net push from Christofferson, hung up in the air, and the hit goes long. Sanchez just could not get that one down in time. Tell you what, the Governors playing right with this team volley for volley, but the Warriors definitely are the team getting in system a lot more. And there's another ace. Great angle on that serve by Jocelyn Richardson. 23-13, suddenly a 10-point lead for the home team. She'll pull a string on this one. Christofferson gets it in the air. Sanchez has to run it down. Back to Christofferson with the free ball shove. And how is that not a lift? They get it away. Here's Kaiser with the kill. It won't matter. Kaiser, first time to take a real swing in quite some time. 4 in a row comes to an end. Pierre needs quite a bit more. 14 serving 23. This is Lily Sanchez, and she'll float that one just a little bit long. Service error, the first of the night for the Governors, but this one puts Washington into a set point situation. 24-14. Serving is Jaden Shetnan. Price gets one up in the air. Cumbo comes underneath it. Now a swing outside left through the block. That was Terwilliger. Pass here, Shetnan out to Walker. She is blocked back and out of bounds. And what's the call here? They say that's out of bounds. It was off the net, though. Well, did the Governors get a touch on it or not? At first I thought they did. Then the officials got to clear things up here. We're not quite done yet. The question is, did this ball, was it touched by the Governors? And they say it was out, off of a Governor block. So Ellie Walker will get the kill. 25-14. That's the final score on the Gales Gas scoreboard here in game number 1 as the Warriors so far, certainly every bit as good as advertised. That's the score from the scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As you listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, the live stream at drgnews.com, and Governor Sports brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing partners, who include Wegner Auto, Stelkin Peterson, Lingo, Walti Jones, LLP, the South Dakota National Guard, Red Rosa, Pitts Design and Build, Pierre Dental Clinic, the Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce, Olinger Law Firm, Eisberg Funeral Home, and Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, some of your Pierre Sports marketing partners. Let's break for 90 seconds. We're coming back. Game number 2. Washington has the first one. Game 2 coming up. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Your premier spot to watch all the sports from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and drgnews.com.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams.
Or stop up and meet the new friendly faces at our new location on North Garfield Avenue, next to the Northridge Plaza. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Well, welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington. Very interesting. We haven't really seen this in quite a while. Before we went to break, we were wondering about who actually won that last point. And the question was, on an Ellie Walker attack, did Pierre get the touch, or did it go off the net and then ricochet back and out of bounds on the near side? After a discussion, they said it was point Washington. Now they've reversed it, and we're still in set number 1. So it's 15 serving 24, and Washington will misfire. And it went up to our equipment here. That was a big shot from Carly Beckstrand on the far side. They really go sharp angles on some of these attacks, but that one just flat out a miss for Washington. So Pierce staying alive. Now 16, serving 24. Still another set point for the Warriors. They'll go out to Walker. Pierre with a good block. Jenna Bush coming back. Now Pierre with a block attempt, and Walker will finally get the finish. So now game number 1 has come to an end. And again, on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Washington 25 and the Governors 16. So Washington has the first set here. We'll take another break as we'll be back. Let's take a 60-second timeout here, and we're back with more. Game number 2 coming up. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Cash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities. At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, and the Dairy Queen, as well as the Gateway folks at Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Avera Orthopedics, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Overhead Door, and our friends at Live Ticket doing the live streaming tonight for us through drgnews.com. You can see this match at liveticket.tv, also at gogovslive.com, and through the Pierce School website, pierre.k12.sd.us. We're all over the place. So they've got the first game finally in the books. It took a couple of extra points, 25-16. Governors with 8 hitting errors in that first game, only 5 kills, and that's something that Pierre's obviously been had the advantage of most of the sets they played this year. Washington ends with 12 kills compared to 5 for the Governors. 4 serving aces for Washington compared to 1 for Pierre. Both teams had a block at the net as well. Washington with just 5 errors on their side of things. So number 2, Washington gets that first game. We'll see how the Governors respond. That one kind of built. Governors were within 2 at 12-10 after falling behind 7-2 early, but they came back to a 9-9 tie. But Washington put 3 together, then 4 together, and then another 4 together. Suddenly they were up 23-13, and they won that one eventually by 9 at 25-16. Washington will have the first serve this time. First serves are brought to you by Comtech Communication Services in Pierre. One other volleyball match going on DRG Media Group stations tonight as The Miller-Chamberlain rivalry is renewed. That's on 94.5 KPLO or 100.5 in Pierre and Fort Pierre. In fact, I think Mobridge Pollock and North Central are playing as well on Star 99. So we've got a few volleyball matches here. But this is the big one, number 2, number 4 against in Class AA. Washington puts the first serve in play from Macy Malchow. Governors get a good setup, but not a good attack as they could only shove it away. And 3 hits on a kill, not enough for the attack from Jocelyn Richardson. Jocelyn had a big first set, came up with some, as Washington built the lead, it was with Richardson in the front left. And she got 4 good swats. Now she has her 5th kill and a 1-0 start here, but the next serve from Malchow will sail long, and the Governors will get their first serve here coming up in game number 2. Remy Price will serve first, left to right. Governors in road black. Remy from the middle of the service line has this one played up by Shetnan. Right back to the net, and Avery Kaiser is right there, and Washington didn't have much they could do on that one. Kaiser with a 2-handed block. Back home, Governors have their first lead of the night, albeit early in this second set, 2-1. Outside, and Kaiser might have got away with a double hit there off of the block. Here's a shove out by Price. Backpedaling was Walker to keep it in play now. Oh, a Sanchez block, and the Warriors have to free ball again. So it's Price up to Christofferson. Line drive to Schleckaway. Middle back. Shetnan sends them to the scorer's table. A good keep alive for Beckstrand, but it's Walker from the back row who is not able to get this one over the net, and Pierre will get another service point. 3-1 Governors. Second set. I think right now you're looking for Pierre hopefully to really get settled in here. And got to start playing some points that let them know that they can compete and they belong on the same court with this Washington squad. Richardson, who's been doing a lot of damage from the left side of the front line, gets one from the right and a side out. Now she will serve, and it'll go long. So a miscue here. That's what you get with aggressive serving. They're going to go long from time to time. It was 3-2 momentarily. Now the Governors with that rally point have it back in a 4-2 lead. Cumbo serves for the Governors. Pierre blocking. Terwilliger and Kaiser teaming up to keep it on the Warriors side. And again, Richardson keeps it alive underneath. Now Walker with a half-hearted swing away. Sanchez gets the pass up and long. Pierre calling for a tip. Apparently it wasn't there. I thought in hindsight that there might have been a fingertip touch, but they won't get it. That'll be just a little bit long from Schleckaway. Regardless, that one didn't miss by much either. So Jayden Shetnan will serve it away. Kaiser with the swing to the back row, passed right up to the front, but an essential free ball out. Kaiser will swing again. There's Richardson for the dig in the back row. Now Walker with a big swing. Nice punch here for Cumbo to keep it alive. Set by Terwilliger out to Kaiser, but she is denied. Now a throw down the line from Walker, but the Governors cover that up on a hustle from Price. They'll go out right side. Beckstrand is denied. That is Kaiser with the ace block. And a defensive point here for the Governors. 5-3. The Governors have the early lead here, set number 2. Washington ran away with that first one, 25-16. Here's Lily Sanchez aggressively serving right over the net. Walker had to wait on it, then she punches one out to Cumbo, gets a pass up. Pierre can only tap it over. Now Walker, feet on the floor, cross court, too far. Over to the Governor bench. That one is wide. Pierre leading now 6-3. That first set, it was all Washington in system. The Governors very few times really able to get in system. Right now, so far, it's the Governors who are doing a little bit better job staying in system. Here's an attack off the net. I think that was Shelby Kinzer. That one crawled across and then bounced up off the net over the block. Sanchez tried to get a pancake hand underneath it, wasn't able to do so. We'll give that one to Kinzer, who has her second kill. Side out over to Washington, 4 serving 6. Sanchez with a bump pass. Now Jenna Bush will push to the far side. Here's Kinzer again. Good shot that time for Shelby Kinzer. The 5'8" senior in the middle. Well set by Macy Malchow. And it's 6-5. Governors still lead, but 2 in a row now for the Warriors. Serving is Taryn Heibolt. In off the bench to play through the back row. There's Terwilliger, who got a good running start. Good pass, good swat. Reese Terwilliger swings and scores for the first time, and the Governors back up by 2 at 7-5. Avery Kaiser in the middle of the service line. Goes to her left. Heibolt with a good play up. They'll set it up outside Walker, and then dug back to Kinzer. Tried to put it away. Nothing doing. Price with a big swing. Shetland, though, gets low, digs back over the net. Here's Terwilliger swinging, and that block is back over and out of bounds. Point to the Governors as Reese Terwilliger scores that one. Boy, good digging on both sides. Shetland had a big one. Price with a huge hit on the left side, but Pierre got a good dig from Sanchez on that sequence as well. Pierre back up by 3 at 8-5. Here comes Walker down the line. That's good. Ellie Walker will rotate to serve. She's so comfortable away from the net, especially in this case where she's serving. High up in the air, hot shot, Cumbo. Boy, that one absolutely died at the feet of Addison Cumbo. She got low to play that one up, but still couldn't get to it. So much topspin on this Walker serve. It really is a thing of beauty. Seen this a handful of times. There's a good play by Kaiser to get this one up in the air. Pierre has to shove it out from Cumbo. It's Heibolt to Malchow with a bump pass. No system for the Warriors here. Chance for the Govs. This one off the block. Terwilliger is dug in the back row. They'll get it back up front. This one doesn't clear. Terwilliger, too much defensive presence. That's a hitting error for Washington, and the Governors will get side out back. Limiting Walker to just 2 serves. That's key for the Governors. I was going to say, I've seen several of those over the years, people who can toss it up and attack it from the service line like Walker can do, but you just don't see that very often. This is a good shot for Richardson. She'll get the cross quarter, and Jocelyn Richardson now leads all scorers with 7 kills. 9-8 Governors lead. Kinzer serves long, not by much, but by more than enough. Good court awareness as Price ducked underneath that one. Governors took a 2-1 lead. They led 3-1 after their first service run in this second set. And they are still maintaining that lead, slim as it is. 10-8 Sanchez. Or was it Christofferson served it away? Richardson was denied. He had a dig from Christofferson. It went right straight to Kaiser, who got it up in the air, and then the Governors knew they had to clear. Didn't have a lot of time to do that, and they'll leave it into the net. Malchow serving for Washington. As Heibolt checks out, they get, I believe it's Carly Beckstrand back in her place. Kaiser gets low to play the serve up here with a free ball return. Shetland to Malchow, punch out by Beckstrand. Nothing on that one. Here's Price with an opportunity, but blocked back. Christofferson is there. They'll go back to Price on the set attempt from Kaiser, who gets the assist as Remy Price goes down the far side and lands it on the line. 11-9 our score. We're in the second. Washington got the first one, 25-16. Govs looking a little more comfortable here in game number 2. Price's turn to serve, lobs it up and deep, but Shetland plays it up. Now a swing in the middle is good. This one for Kyra Thorstensen, or Kira Thorstensen, a 5'10 junior. Swapping side outs here, 10 serving 11. Richardson, who's been a leading scorer in the game, or in this match, is now in the back row. Washington with a chance. Big swing here. Walker, and this one hit, I think it hit the rafters, but it stayed on the Pierce side. And Tiffany Stoser wants to ask about that, I think. Maybe, I don't know what happened on there, but that's a kill for Walker. But in Pierre, if it stays on your side, you get to keep playing on. Walker with 5. Here's a block up front. Governor point, McKenna, Schleck away. Tell you what, the Governors doing a great job staring down a lot of bullets. Their defense is really starting to get comfortable. And an 11-11 tie is broken here with that side out. Going to the Governors as Cumbo serves with a 12-11 lead. Malchow out behind her. Another block. Kaiser, and this one is unplayable by the Warriors. How about the Governor defense? Kaiser with her second in this game. Schleckaway's got 2 in the match now. With the previous point, back-to-back ace blocks for Pierre. They lead again, 13-11, halfway through game number 2. Pierre trying to get this match tied up. There's another block, but this one by Terwilliger stays on the Governor's side, and that kill will belong to Kira Thorstensen. So back to the Warriors again. It will go. We're starting to get a little bit of an answer to the question. Can Pierre compete with these top teams in Class AA? Last year, I think O'Gorman and Washington, that was probably a resounding no. Here is Sanchez, who gets the Warriors caught napping. She pops one over on the second attempt into the campfire. Lilly for the kill from the setter position, and it's 14-12. Lilly back to serve now. Richardson plays it up. They get a high pass out to Walker. This one up into the rafters, and they let this one play on. And here, free ball. Dig by Shetland back to the net. There's Kaiser again to tap it home. Kaiser with 2 kills in this second game, but both coming with blocks, returning digs, and Washington has to take a timeout. 15-12 our score. Pierre maintaining a 3-point lead here in game number 2, trying to even it up at a set apiece. Let's take a timeout. Timeouts in our broadcast, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
As they try to block one away, but a serve return miscue out of a timeout against the Warriors. 16-12 our score. Pierre with their biggest lead so far here in the second set. Left to right, Sanchez with a good low liner away. Washington gets an attack, but too much on it from Ellie Walker. Sioux Falls, Washington right now. Again, it was Washington, the team that seemed to be in system, especially the entire second half of that first set when they started running away with that game. But the Governors have really kept Washington out of system so far. Here's a chance for Price, close to the net on the set, and now the shoulder of Kaiser actually went into the net. Pierre just got away with maybe a violation, but Washington will take a swing. It's blocked back, and Pierre has a chance, but a hit. Oh, and it's touched by Shetland on a ball from Terwilliger that was going to go long. Pierre with a big break, but they get the point. And Reese Terwilliger with her third kill in this second set. 18-12. The Governors are running on 5 in a row right now. Left to right, Sanchez continues to serve well. Richardson gets underneath this one. Tap at the net. Pierre got a hand on it. Nope, they did not. A 4-hit violation for Washington, and that set pass was just a little too tall. And another timeout. 2 timeouts in this same Lily Sanchez service run taken by the Warriors. The Governors now lead 19-12. We'll pause for 30 seconds. A Coca-Cola break in the action. Back with more of game number 2. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. When the time comes for you to consider the purchase of a memorial, be it ahead of time for yourself or for a loved one who has passed, I am here to help. I have 27 memorials on display in my office. We can design the memorial together when you visit. My reputation has been built on integrity, trust, and caring service to families. I am located across from Hardware Hank on Main Street. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family at Capital City Monuments.
Briggs Trucking.
Back in Washington, Governors looking pretty good here, leading by 7 with 6 to go. Soccer playing is going on in Brookings. In boys soccer, the Governors defeat Brookings 3-2 with now upping their record to 6-3-1 on this season. The girls are in the 59th minute, and they've got a 3-0 lead at Brookings as well. Sanchez continues to serve very well. 3 hits, not enough. More miss-hitting going on by the Warriors. And Pierre now has this service rally going on 7 strong. It's 20-12, game number 2. Yeah, I think the Governors belong on this floor with this Washington team. Washington will be playing better here shortly, we expect, but right now the Governors are on a roll. Kaiser, though, will take a big shot, just miss wide. Maybe tried to get a little too much on that one, just the 3rd hitting error in this set. Great run for Sanchez. We'll see if Pierre can make Washington go one and done. Still leading 20-13. Taryn Heibolt in to serve. She comes in off the bench. Good running jump serve, but Price will make a good play up. Here's a block. Kept alive by Terwilliger on a hot swing, but now the slide outside, and Washington got one here. Shelby Kinzer, good pass from Macy Malchow. Haven't seen a lot of that roll shot that Tiffany Stoser alludes to tonight. She didn't expect to be doing much of that herself this evening, but Washington makes good on that one from Shelby Kinzer. 20-14. Here's Kaiser out on the right side. Back to Shetman, who gets one on a good pass up front, but now this one is on the line near side. Tapper good for Kinzer. Got that one over the defense, and it came to this near side, and it did land on the net, or on the line, rather. Now back within 5 of the Warriors. 15 serving 20. Heibolt goes strong down the far side. Played up by Terwilliger. She comes right back, gets the attack, and this one is long. The Governors are in the net. Washington got up and angled one back. Somebody rattled the net. Honestly, I was thinking that was on the follow-through of the strong tap by Washington, but I could be wrong. It was a Pierre violation. It'll be a Warrior point. Or no, take that back. They're replaying this one. 15-20, still our score. Now Kaiser tries to put one back. That's an error. This one doesn't clear, so it's 16-20 after all. Now a timeout taken by the Governors after Washington has run off 4 in a row to cut an 8-point deficit in half. It's 20-16 Pierre. Game number 2, Coca-Cola timeout from Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Volleyball.
In Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Well, Washington's starting to build a little momentum now after getting a nice lead. We'll see if the Governors can play with a little adversity. Stop the bleeding. Taryn Heibolt continues in serve. Back out of the first charge timeout to the Governors here in game number 2. Good setup outside, but Reese Terwilliger goes long, and now some unforced errors starting to come up for the Govs. This error here, of course, out of a good, strong effort, but the hitters for Pierre got to keep the shots down a little bit. Serve played up by Price. Out to Kaiser. That one had a touch from the Washington side. Price will shove it away. Shetman somehow keeps it in play. Washington taps away. Bush with that first touch. Now a push away again, and Jaden Shetman lunges and lays out again. Cleared out. Schleckaway, rather Terwilliger, is blocked by Kinzer. Pierre with a setup. Tap out by Kaiser. This is Shetnin up to Malchow. Now Walker tap. Blocked by the Governors. Richardson to the knees to keep it off the floor. Touch away by Washington again. Sanchez will try. Out to Kaiser. Good. Oh, what a point. Both sides playing extremely well on that one, but Kaiser and the Governors get the last say. That's a huge point for Pierre. Washington scored 5 in a row. They were down 20-12. They made it 20-17. Now it's 21-17 as Kaiser has to rotate to the back. She serves. Here's Kinzer coming up. Big shot, but right there is Sanchez. Not enough room. Cumbo over to the Governor bench. Runs out of space, and Shelby Kinzer starting to heat up. Her 5th kill in this set. Well, they only have her with 3 in the match. I've got her with 6 now, but here's Ellie Walker to serve into the net. Boy, the Governors will take that every time as Walker with a service error. Updated score, 22-18. Governors serving with a 4-point lead. It's Terwilliger's turn now. Left to right. Played by the middle back. Heibolt with a good pass up to Malchow. They get it outside. Here's Jocelyn Richardson up in front again. No problem on that one. Richardson, very strong player and still just a junior, but has been doing this for a while. Here's Kinzer with a service opportunity, but she'll sail one long. Her 3rd service error of the night, and it's 23-19. Fans of Monsters, Inc., that's your favorite score, 23-19. You know that one, Caleb. Now Christopherson for Pierre will give one back as she sails one long. Tiffany Stoser came off the net, or came off of her chair and ran up, wanted to say something to the floor official. Not sure what that was about, but now it's 23-20. Pierre returning serve here, but a 2-hand push from Price to clear it away. Malchow will set outside Richardson. There's Cumbo who stared it down, but just couldn't keep it in play. It goes over the scorer's table, and Jocelyn Richardson has 5 in this set. 9 in the match, 23-21 now. Governors still by 2, and a timeout will be taken here by Tiffany Stoser. Both teams will use both timeouts here in this second set. It's a good one. The Governors certainly playing right with one of the best teams in the state, but they got to try to finish this one out, see if they can after this 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Governors in a battle here. Game 2, Washington won the first one fairly easily, but it's 23-21 Pierre in the second set with the Warriors serving. Coming out of it, played up, and the Governors will swing and score. Remy Price through the fingertip block up front. Washington will settle for 2 on that trip. Price with the kill. Now it's set point for Pierre, and it's Remy back to serve. Left to right. Played up by Shetnin. She'll get it to Malchow, close to the net. Only a tapper over, but good enough. Little collision here, and Addie Cumbo and Lily Sanchez both collide. Cumbo going to shake it off. That's Thorstensen with the kill. Good vision there. One and done with that set point for the Governors. They still have set point coming, but now they'll have to try to get it in a side out. 22 serving 24. Passes up to the net as Sanchez had to try to put it over, but it's blocked by Ellie Walker. Washington with the point as Richardson is in to serve. 24-23. Pierce still with one more set point. Good line drive, but this is going to be an ace. Christofferson lunges at it, hits it up over the ladder, and out of bounds. And Washington has hung around, and they'll force at least extra points here, 24-24. Terwilliger too far on the return. It's back to the Warriors. Here comes Beckstrand. Not much on that. Terwilliger able to make a play on it, but now Kaiser swings low and into the net. And it's Washington with set point. No timeouts for either team left. 25-24 now. They fought off 3 of them. Now they've got 1 of their own. Terwilliger will return up to Sanchez. Kaiser takes the swing outside. Underneath it's Malchow. Now a pass from the back row. Shetnin pushed away, and it's good for Walker as Terwilliger couldn't reach it. The Governors were unable to finish. Washington scores the last 5 in game number 2. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, they'll take a 2-0 lead with a 26-24 win in that second set. Heartbreak for the Governors, but still a very well-played game. Unfortunately, they'll have to try to play all the way back in this one from 2 sets down. 26-24, it's Washington in the second. Pierre Governor Sports brought to you on your official voice to the Governors, River 92.7, in part by your Pierre Sports marketing partners who include All Around Graphics, American Bank and Trust, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Capital City Campus, the folks at Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Comtech, Delta Dental, First Dakota National Bank, Kelly's Retirement Home, Maher Law Office, and by Midco, your Pierre Sports marketing partners. Washington is up 2-0. We're back after a 90-second break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
The need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
It's tough to buy a vehicle nowadays, isn't it? They're so hard to find. At Harry K. Ford of Winter, we will never buy a 2020-21 vehicle and then turn around and ask you, our valued customers, to pay more than what the vehicle cost brand new. Those other guys, they don't do that. Research your options, get a Carfax, and remember, we sell new vehicles way below MSRP because that's just the way we do business. Harry K. Ford of Winter. Family, friends, and Fords, always in that order.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington High. As you've just heard from Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial in the Northridge Plaza in Pierre. They sponsor halftime in Governor broadcasts here on River 92.7. Live streaming, drgnews.com. Great second set for the Governors. They held a 20-12 lead, but Washington claws all the way back. And they win that one 26-24. Pierre had set point at 24-21. But the Warriors win the last 5. Some errors on the Governor's side that contributed to that. But sometimes, and again, we'll say this again, we'll be talking with the coach at the postgame about this question. Can Pierre compete with the Washingtons and the O'Gormans? And we'll see on Saturday with the Lincolns of the volleyball world in Class AA in South Dakota. I think game number 2 answers that question. Yes, absolutely, they can compete. Now it's all about consistency. Can you come back and play a good, strong game number 3 as Remy Price puts the Comtech first serve into play. Played by Shetnin on the far side. Nobody went and got it. Malchow ran out of time and space, so the good start here for Remy Price with an ace to start game number 3. But Washington leads 2-0. Here's another good lob. And this is another ace. Shetnin got it back to the net. It goes I think Malchow rather was waiting for the block. Pierre was there. Did they get the touch? I don't think so. They give it to Price on another ace. So a 2-0 start here for the Governors. Malchow gets the pass from Shetton this time, and the swing and score is good for Kira Thorstensen. Side out, Washington. Governor Girls Soccer and Brookings now leading 5-1. They're in the 71st minute. In Brookings, Governor Boys with a victory, 3-2 over the Bobcats tonight. Here's a running serve, good for Malchow. Washington had 4 service aces in game number 1, only 2 in the second. That's their first and the third. We're tied at 2-2. Malchow, just a sophomore. Her dad, Nate, very good guy, always hospitable to us. The athletic director here at Washington High, Aberdeen native himself. We continue along. Free ball from Pierre. The Governors get it to Washington in the swing. Not a lot on it, but over the defense and into the opening in the back corner. Carly Beckstrand will score her first point since the first set. And she's got 3 overall. It's 3-2 Washington now as Malchow will try to continue the serve. Then has Washington in front early third. That point, on that last point, as Washington cleans up some perspiration on their side. But that point is something we've seen a few times, and it's something I'm a little bit curious about. Pierce seems to be open in the back corners on several occasions. Here's Cumbo with a good swing from the back, but Shetton able to make a play on it. Now Washington at the net. Good dive for Schleckaway to keep it alive, and then a set from Sanchez goes out, or was that Christofferson, to Kaiser. And Avery will swing and score through the block, her 7th kill of the night. We're tied at 3. Both teams now need towels to clean up perspiration. Every time somebody hits the deck, there's going to be a bit of perspiration staying on the floor. A little bit warm in the gym, but I happen to be sitting right underneath an air conditioner, and I've got short sleeves on, and I'm quite comfortable. It may be a little bit cool at times. Here with a good block of a defensive play, and we've got a double hit on a push pass from the back row, trying to get it up to Kaiser. That's a miss hit for the Governors, their first error of game 3. They went from 8 in the first to 6 of those in the second. As Price comes up and runs down the serve. Almost miscommunication, but a free ball is out. Here's the Warriors with a tap back. Christofferson with the first touch. Then Kaiser now pushed away by Price. No system there. Here's a chance for Washington. Christofferson stares it down. It's back to the net. Blocked back by the Governors. It's Terwilliger. Reese with the ace block this time. Thorstensen and Walker thought they had an easy put away after the Christofferson dig went back to the net. But it's a Pierre point, but they'll give one back here. Sanchez, who had a great service run in that second game. Her first opportunity in the third stays in the net, and it is point Washington. 5-4, they've got the lead now. Jaden Shetman's turn to serve. Price with a good pass up. Oh, Kaiser will hit one out the door almost. That one she just did not get on top of. Governors need to try to stay in focus here. Stay with these Warriors as long as you can in game number 3. Obviously, Pierre needs this one. Down 2 sets, letting that second one slip away. Terwilliger will swing and score, though. Through the block and down right on the outside. Scorer's table side. Terwilliger. Seems that sometimes Reese just doesn't swing enough. Governors need to keep her involved here as she is in the front row for one more trip. Kaiser's turn to serve here. Shetton plays it up. Here's Kinzer swinging up front, blocked back by Terwilliger. Jenna Bush is up there as well. Now a tap to the Govs. Kaiser will set it up to Remy Price outside left. Easy block for the Washington side. Here's Walker swinging and scoring. Left side on the cross-court attack to the corner. Ellie Walker has her 6th of the night. Home team up 7-5 as Taryn Heibolt will check in for Carly Beckstrand. Washington with a 17-player roster, but they really only go with their starting 6+ libero, and then Heibolt, who comes in, and you can see why. She's been serving well, and she gets an ace here out of the reach of Kaiser, right over in front of us. Taryn Heibolt's first ace of the night. And again, they are playing without the services of Njakalanga Mwenatanda, who would be up front. Here's a back set by Sanchez that has too much spin on it, kind of an easy call, and a illegal touch there for the Governors. 9-5, Washington by 4. We're in the third. From right to left, this one will go long. Aggressive, but too much on that one from Taryn Heibolt. Governors back within 3 now, 9-6. It'll be Terwilliger's turn to serve. Pierre up front has Schleckaway and Bush for the big presence. Price also is up front. Kaiser and Sanchez in the back row. How about a net serve that'll crawl across and fall down for an ace? Reese Terwilliger, second ace of the night, 4th for the Govs overall. 3 of those have come here in this third set. The first 2 points scored were on Remy Price aces. This one comes across, good swing, and Pierre is in the net, but that's a kill nonetheless for Ellie Walker. She will rotate to serve again. Walker will bring that attack style serve. She throws it 15 feet up in the air or so. Return is back. Washington got a touch on it. Pierre's able to get it away and stay alive. Now Price with a chance. Dig is over to the Governors. Sanchez, it's Bush with a pass to the back row, but Cumbo misses this one low and into the net. Great effort by the Governors, but it just didn't work out. 11-7, the lead to 4. And it's Walker again. Hot shot, played by Price. Good pass straight to Sanchez. This is a chance for Schleckaway. Dug out by Shetnin as Malchow will set up Kinzer. That is blocked and defended by the Governors. Kaiser will try from the back row. Not much on that one. Washington plays it up. Here's a tapper away. Sanchez is there, now pushed out. Oh, they're going to call catch and throw on that. Oh, my goodness. Cumbo, good opportunity, a good effort there. Some places they let that go. Not here in Sioux Falls, as it turns out. Hitting error and a timeout to the Governors as they fall down 12-7 here. Washington with the lead. Coca-Cola timeouts in our broadcast. We're back in 30 seconds here in the third set. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Gola Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game.
Coca-Cola timeout. It's still Ellie Walker in serve for the Governors. Price and Cumbo with the I got it, you take it game in the back row, and that's an easy ace for Walker, her third of the night. Washington with 9 service aces unofficially. Here comes another attempt as Cumbo gets it back up, and there's Richardson pouncing on it. Cumbo's return was too far over the net. Jocelyn Richardson reaches double figures. This Washington rally is now 5 strong as they're up 14-7. You got to get Walker out of that service role as soon as possible if you are the Govs. Punch dig here, back to the net from Kaiser, and Jocelyn Richardson just continues to smash. 15-7, the offense keeps coming. Girls soccer, the Governors defeat Brookings tonight, 5-2. They're 7-3. Walker low and in the net this time, so the Governors will get a side out back, and it's time to go to work. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety of the state of South Dakota, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. The Highway Safety Office says if you drink, don't drive. Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, KGFX FM, Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group, live streaming at drgnews.com with the help of Live Ticket. Elise Christofferson checking in to serve, but she'll leave that one in the net. Hitting the top of the tape, but it stays on the Governor's side. Now a serve away for the Warriors. Here's Schleck away to the back corner, and that's down at the feet of Mike Blagan, the line judge. McKenna Schleckaway, who's had a quiet night, does have a couple of blocks, but that's her first kill for a point. 16-9, Warriors with the lead. They're looking for a sweep. Pierre trying to stay alive. Misplay on the set, but a free ball back. Bumped out. Here's Sanchez with the swing and score from the right side. That one right near the ladder, but Lily with the angle back has her second kill. That's her first attack kill of the night. Her first one that she scored on was a set across on the second touch. Would serve here for Price, dying in front of Shetland, but she gets underneath it. Now Richardson with a rare miss. Boy, if Jocelyn Richardson has missed any attacks tonight before that one, I don't remember it. She has just been near perfect with the swing, but this one, no good. 16-11. Pierre back within 5. Shetland with a good play of the serve of Price up. Malchow will get it back off of the Washington or the Pierre block, and now swinging outside. One of the softest swings from Jocelyn Richardson tonight, but good for a kill. 3 in this game, a dozen on the night. 17-11. Washington will serve. Malchow's turn. She has served well. This one at the feet of Nancy Keppen, but she stepped away from it in the corner. That's long and out of bounds. Malchow will give one back. You'll see aggressive serving teams with a lot of service errors. Washington's error numbers are starting to climb a little bit. Hey, service ace here for the Governors. Actually more of a misplay by the Warriors. That's the first serve for Schleckaway tonight. Can't give her an ace, but Washington got 3 touches on it. They had the opportunity, but Schleck will go again. Richardson plays it up, wanted it back. They go to the middle, though, and it's Kira Thorstensen. Good for the kill. Richardson certainly probably drew a lot of attention to her as she was screaming for that set pass behind Malchow, but Washington scores it anyway. Richardson back to serve. Returned back to the Washington side, but then pushed over by Sanchez. Walker took a swing at it, but it went off the net. Cumbo kept it alive, and then Lily Sanchez is able to push the second touch over. Good for a kill. Service point for Pierre. Or actually side out, but it's a Governor serve now. 14-18. Lily Sanchez's turn. This is Beckstrand on the outside. Cumbo tried to lunge as Kaiser had the block touch up front, but Carly Beckstrand with the kill, her 4th. Warriors inching closer. It's 19-14 with 6 points to go as they look for the sweep. Shetland serves. Terwilliger plays it up. She'll get it back, but from the 10-foot line, out of the reach of Jaden Shetland. She may not have had to play that one. It might have gone long, but when in doubt, try to do the best you can, and this time it just didn't work out. Terwilliger with her 5th kill, and it's 19-15. And again, time to go to work. Kaiser's serve. Shetland will play it up. Here's Kinzer with a big swing. Governor block is right there. Outside with a back set. Feet on the ground as Beckstrand is denied. So too is Price on the return. Here come the Warriors as Walker is up front. The block was there. Sanchez couldn't get there in time though. Ellie Walker swings and scores. And again, one and done in serve for the Governors. Down by 5. Warriors up 20-15. Taryn Heibolt, who has gotten better and better as this match has gone on in serve, is back into serve off the bench again. Here comes Price outside. Shetland makes a good play on that one. Outside again, and a score for Walker. Washington, what they are better at in one department, more than any team we've seen so far this year against the Governors, is the sharpness of the angles of their cross-court attacks. Walker got that one, and she probably was 2-3 feet behind the net. when she started, and it ended up in front of the 10-foot line on the other side. Here she'll swing and score again. And the Governors may be running out of time as they trail 22-15. Third set. Heibolt ready to go again. Terwilliger plays this one. Sanchez barely got there. Terwilliger gets it across on a long bump. Up front, Kinzer, blocked. Second hit shoved away. Kaiser up to Sanchez outside, and that one sent Jenna Bush scrambling too wide, and Jenna couldn't get it back. And Tiff Stoser off of her chair, but Governors aren't going to take a timeout here. I thought now might be a good time for one. It's 23-15. Governors probably would like that point back. Heibolt will go long on this serve, so Pierre will get it back, but right now, when you haven't tried a slide all night, maybe that wasn't the time for that one. 23-16 our score. It's do or die for the Governors. Middle of the service line. And it's Terwilliger as she'll sail one a little bit too long. So it's match point for Sioux Falls, Washington, leading 24-16. And of all people, if you're the Governors, you're staring down an Ellie Walker attack serve, but she'll leave it in the net, and Pierre will live to find another point. Well, Washington scored 5 in a row, fending off set points in the second set. We'll see if the Governors can make something happen here. 17, serving 24. Christofferson's turn to serve. Played up by Heibolt. It'll come outside. Richardson. That's the fitting finish for Washington. Jocelyn Richardson, strong at the net all night long, and she gets the finishing score. Down the line, through the block, Pierre with a dig attempt, but just not enough. Your final score on the Gales Gas scoreboard is Washington 25, the Governors 17 in the third set. A 3-set sweep for Washington. Final score is 25-16, 26-24, 25-17. The Governors suffer their first loss of the season. They'll fall to 7-1 overall. Washington improves to 6-0. They're second ranked, the Governors number 4. But we'll have some things to talk about when we get into the postgame coming up. We'll take a 3-minute break. Our Family Dental postgame will begin. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg. We'll have a conversation with Tiffany Stoser. We'll give you the recap. We'll give you the stats. Of course, we've got big plays of the game and your player of the game to announce as well. All coming up as you listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, online, live streaming, drgnews.com.
The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win. More often, our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean.
Welcome to the postgame show, brought to you by Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg. We just heard from them. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Heather and Trinity Williams back in studio, keeping us up and running. Caleb Brozick on camera for live streaming tonight as well. The Governors lose this one in straight sets, but still finding out that I think they belong in the conversation, at least among the top 5 teams in the state. Of course, actually, Lindsay Irvine, the Washington acting head coach tonight, said that she felt certainly that way from what she saw tonight or had seen on film so far from the Governors. And Pierre, even though Washington kind of won that first game going away, the Governors came back and very much proved that they can play with these teams. The question is, can teams like Pierre, or in this case this year like Harrisburg, Brandon Valley, some of these other teams that want to be where the O'Gormans and the Washingtons, maybe the Lincolns are as well. I'd even put Mitchell in that maybe second group that Mitchell team that we saw last week. Can those teams play consistently enough to score? Mitchell played Washington last week, had a 3-set loss. Actually, I think the Governors got a little bit closer to a set victory tonight than most Washington opponents will, even though they did kind of let one slip away, as we'll recap. Now, Washington came out in that first set, and Coach Irvine said they want to win that first mini game to 5. Well, it was 5-0 before the Governors even got anything going, and they were down 7-2 at one point, but then they go on a 7-2 run of their own, and suddenly it's 9-9, still early, but Washington scored the next 3 and made it 12-9. Governors get a side out right there, hanging with them within 2, but then 3 more for the Warriors, a side out to Pierre, 4 more for Washington, a side out plus 1 for Pierre, 4 more again for Washington. Suddenly we've got a 10-point game at 23-13, and that's how that game ended up in a win by Washington going away. They did have some confusion on a point that was awarded to Washington at the end. We thought it was 25-14, but we were in question of that last point. They did ultimately reverse it. Pierre came out and got one more point after that, but 25-16, certainly a comfortable win nonetheless for Washington in that first set. The Warriors scored first in the second game. Pierre scores the next 3 to go up 3-1. And lo and behold, the Governors led that entire match all the way up to 24-21. Warriors got close, back within 1, a time or 2. In fact, tied it at 11-11, but the Governors never gave up that lead, unfortunately, until it was time to finish with set point at 24-21. Who knew? Washington would come back and score 5 unanswered to steal that second game, 26-24. A couple of Remy Price aces started the third set. It was 2-0 early. Washington got the next 3. We go back and forth, and a tie at 4. Washington built a little bit of a lead at 9-5, and that's a lead that they would not relinquish. The Governors kept trying to stay close, but 4 was as close as they would get. again at 18-14 and 19-15. Washington opened it up into the 20s a little bit, and they win that one 25-17. So it's a 3-set sweep. But as we've been asking all night long, rhetorically to ourselves, we will now ask the head coach of the Pierre Governors, Tiffany Stoser. Coach, the question is, coming in, can the Governors, in this case, play with the top teams in this state, who happen to be right here in Sioux Falls, the Washingtons, the O'Gormans, and even though that first set was a commanding win for them, I think you answered the question in that second game. Yeah, you can play with these guys, no doubt about it.
Yep, no doubt in my mind either. I know we can play with these teams. I wanted to walk away from here thinking that that we gave it everything we had, and I don't think we did. In fact, I know we didn't. And so the girls are bummed out. We really kind of veered from the game plan a little bit, sent everything to that 6 zone, that middle back, and couldn't have made it any easier for them to stay in system. And so learn from it. The good thing is that I know that if we play them again down the road, we probably will at some point, hopefully at state tournament, that we've got more to give. If we would have gave it all we had and lost like this tonight, I'd be a little bit nervous moving forward, but I know we didn't give it everything we got.
I think you're in a situation where you still have people who are only in their 8th varsity match, I guess. And when you face a team like Washington, who just even when they're scrambling, they seem like they're in system. And that's the way that first set seemed. It seemed like in that second game, you were the team that was in system most of the time. But that's just how good they are. They're always setting themselves up for good shots. But I think if you do see them again, as you're alluding to, what the difference will be is there really isn't anything you'll be surprised by, and maybe you'll be more ready for it then.
Yeah, I think so. We knew they were going to hit cross all night, and we just weren't in our defensive spots. We didn't get our block set up where it needed to be, and I think we talked about it being a quicker game. We talked about them running a fast offense, but you really don't get to practice that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
There's no way to mimic that.
There's no
really.
way to mimic the speed that they're coming. Our JV does a great job practicing against us, but there's no way to mimic a top team varsity. And so they got a taste of it tonight. We've got more teams like this right down the road, and now they know it's coming.
There seemed to be a lot of times tonight where we haven't seen it in the first 7 matches of the season. Washington did have some kills into the back row where there's just nobody home, and maybe the back corners or something like that. Were you trying maybe to cheat up a little bit, expecting some different things, or is that just one of the things where you're talking about it just didn't go the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, it didn't go the way we wanted it to. We watched, and it seemed like every time their outsides got blocked, then they roll a shot to that corner, and we talked about that, and we talked about that this week. But again, you're in an intense game. I think they're forgetting about what happened the last play that we blocked them, and then sure enough, they turn around and roll shot that corner, and we weren't there. So things we know, but when you're in a tight game like this, when you're giving everything you got, it's exciting. You want to win so bad, sometimes you just forget.
Oh, but you're blocking up front, though. I mean, you're staring down bullet after bullet, and you got a lot of good blocks, and you're making things a little bit easier at times for your back row. And I think maybe you're one of the teams outside of Lincoln so far this season who's probably frustrated this team a lot more than what they're used to.
Yeah, it's going to sound like I think they played better against us than the 2 films I watched. I'm just going to say it. I think they played pretty well in system the whole time. They definitely passed better. Their defense is a little tighter. They knew we had Avery. They knew we were going outside. They were there. They were planted. They were ready. And when we went to our middles and our right sides, it just didn't work out very well. So we can execute better. We have executed better, and next time we see him, we'll make sure to do that.
All right, well, this is a good stepping stone for your next match, though, and there's a lot of similarities, I think, with Sioux Falls Lincoln. They come to your place on Saturday afternoon, and now hopefully you're into the speed of this top team AA game, and we should have a good one on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, the good thing about going through sets tonight, I guess, is that we'll save a little bit of energy for Saturday. And yeah, it's going to be the same speed. Defensively, I think they're even a little bit better, but I don't know if they have quite as strong as hitters. They've got good hitters, but Washington stands out as one of the teams with the best hitters in the state. And so we had to cover all areas tonight with strong hitters. And I'm not mad at the girls. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was just a mindset where we got pretty frazzled because of the intensity of the game and the speed of the game. And so now we've seen it. We'll grow from it, and hopefully ready for it on Saturday.
I think Lincoln is one of these teams that in years past they've brought some of the triple towers. You might see 6 foot across the. Well, now that I'm looking at their roster, they've got a lot of 5'10s, but they just seem to always have a good net presence too.
Yeah, no matter what Sioux Falls team, you're going to find a tall front row. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you've got schools that big and you've got so many girls that coming out for your programs. And so we don't want to make any excuses, but that's just what we see when we go to Sioux Falls. When we come east side of the state, that you're going to have a tall front row because there's just so many girls out.
Yeah, they do have a 6'2" up there who's a pretty good player, and Bailey Plurd. But all right, so Saturday afternoon. You got the taste of it, and it's a little sour now, but that only makes you hungrier Saturday, right?
Yep. These guys want to take one of these wins away this weekend, and they're mad in the locker room, and I like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're frustrated with the way things worked out, the way that they played tonight, and if they were in there laughing and giggling, I'd be concerned, but they're not. They're upset. They're ready to get back into the gym tomorrow.
I kind of like where we're at, Coach.
Yep,
Tough loss tonight, but we'll see you Saturday, and we'll have some fun, all right?
We'll be ready. Thanks, Brian.
Tiffany Stoser, the head coach of the Governor girls, suffering their first loss of the season tonight, but still have some things to build on. 3 sets. Washington wins it 25-16, 26-24, and 25-17. We'll take a quick break here. We'll come back and we'll talk about big plays of this match. And there was certainly a set where it'll be an easy call on big plays. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we'll touch on that when we return after this 30-second break. Back with more of the Governor postgame.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of the game, well, there's no question where the big plays happened here. It was the Governors in that second set leading the entire way. Well, they trailed 1-0. Then they go up 3-1. They lead all the way up to as many as 8 at 20-12, but Washington chipped away, and when the Governors had set point, 3 of them at 24-21, but couldn't put them away. A couple of mistakes in there, and actually off the mic, Coach Stoser just mentioned how she would have loved to have won that second set, but Addison went down. She was a little bit banged up, maybe got things all around, got a little bit tentative there, and Pierce certainly just unable to finish, and that's been kind of an ongoing theme for a number of years in Governor Volleyball at times, and that just happened to be the case here. 5 in a row for the Warriors, and they steal that game 26-24. That is your Hermanson Endodontics series of big plays of the game that helped Washington to a 3-game sweep here tonight. Big plays from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And we have candidates when we talk about your player of the game tonight as well. Player of the game comes to us courtesy of Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and we're going to go on the winning side tonight and try to make a tough decision. But I think I've made it. We just have to hear this from Cowboy Country Stores first.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Head to the campground, fish the waters, back to school shopping, wherever you're headed. Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champ's Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Honorable mention going to people like Jocelyn Richardson, who was probably the best swinger of the night. 13 kills to lead the way. Ellie Walker with 10 kills, 3 aces. Richardson also with 3 aces. Certainly people like the standout setter, Macy Malchow, doing a great job tonight. But to me, the Governors, as they had 20 kills themselves. Actually, I didn't go through the stats, did I? Governors with 20 kills, Washington with 40. but Pierre could have had more. I thought they were swinging pretty well much of this night, but sometimes the liberos wear the off-colored jersey for good reason. And Jaden Shetnan tonight I thought was frustrating. We didn't really say much about it, but it seemed like every time you turned around, she's laying out, diving for a ball to get one up in the air. Seems like she made an awful lot of good plays, and it is teams like Washington who, even when they're scrambling, as I mentioned, seem like they're in system all the time, and that's with the help of good passes, with the help in this case of the libero. Jaden Shetnan, the 5'9" senior, is tonight's player of the game. We'll get her a T-shirt from Cowboy Country Stores and River 92.7 Sports. Noting her accomplishments as Washington, they won it in 3. Just kind of wonder if that's how they feel, like they maybe won this one in 3, or are they a little more tired than what they would normally feel here tonight. Great effort for the Warriors, and again from our player of the game, Jaden Shetnan of the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors. That's sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Very quickly, again, stats, a 40-20 kill advantage for Sioux Falls, Washington over the Governors. Richardson leads with 13, Walker with 10, among others. For the Governors, Avery Kaiser with just 7 is your team leader. Reese Terwilliger with 5, had Remington Price with 4, 3 for Lily Sanchez, and 1 kill for McKenna Schleckaway. Defense, though, Governors do a fine job. 5 ace blocks, 2 from Kaiser, 2 from Schleckaway, 1 from Terwilliger. There were 2 blocks by 1 from 2 individuals for Washington as well. Serving, Washington serves very aggressively. They get 9 aces tonight, 3 from Walker and Richardson apiece against 13 errors in serve. Governors with 4 aces, 2 each for Price and Terwilliger, 5 service errors, however, as well. And the Governors will commit 20 hitting errors. They go 8-6-6 in the 3 games. Washington with 14 on the night, just 2, in fact, in that third set. Those are the stats, and again, Washington wins it in 3 straight, 25-16, 26-24, and 25-17. So, upcoming action, by the way, a soccer sweep for the Governor boys and girls, 3-2. The boys win, 5-2. The girls get victories both at Brookings, and they will prepare for the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles at the PILC soccer fields coming up on Tuesday. Matches that you can see with live streams and the call from David Burrell and Dave Williams on that one on drgnews.com. No airtime on River 92.7 of the soccer matches, but maybe that comes in the future. But you can see it with a live video through Live Ticket and drgnews.com. Volleyball upcoming. It's Washington coming to Riggs High Gym, 2 o'clock pregame, 2:30. We'll have the first serve of that one coming up. Looking forward to it. Washington coming into tonight's action, 8-1. The Governors now 7-1 on the season after their first loss of the night. And then the Govs are off until September 28th when they go out to Rapid City Christian on a Tuesday night. Football, Governors on the gridiron tomorrow. On the other end of the state, they go to Douglas to take on the Patriots. 2-1 Governors against the 0-3 Douglas Patriots. That's a 7 o'clock Central Time kickoff. Will be on the air at 6:30 tomorrow night. Hope you can join us for that. Other action and competition. The cross-country teams are at Huron on Saturday. Tennis for girls is at Aberdeen Central on Saturday. Competitive cheer and dance goes to Brookings on Saturday as well. Boys golf was competing at Watertown today. They'll be back at Watertown. The varsities will at Cattail Crossing. That's where the ESD golf tournament will be held on Saturday. Don't forget, on your way to and from high school sports, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team, and they say buckle up. Always buckle up. Seat belts save lives. Every trip, every time, from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Our thanks to Caleb Brozick for running camera. With the help of Live Ticket tonight, we give you live streams at drgnews.com. You can rewatch this one on our website as well, on demand once we sign off. And with the help of Trinity, it's Heather Williams back in the studio keeping us up and running as well. Thanks to our Pierre Sports marketing partners and all Governor sponsors making Governor Sports a possibility here on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Until we meet with you again for football tomorrow night and again volleyball Saturday afternoon from Riggs High Gym, I'm Brian Oakland, reminding you the Gales Gas scoreboard says Sioux Falls, Washington in a straight set sweep, 25-16, 26-24, and 25-17. For football tomorrow night, we'll see you then. Brian Oakland, DRG Media Group Sports.